Okay, so this is how I'm going to save the YouTube channel. Now, I've been trying to think how to do this, and I just want to quickly explain the channel up to now and then why I need saved, and then do that and be emotional and transparent with you guys. So the channel started around the end of lockdown, when I'd had a terrible time during lockdown. I was really depressed. I really needed some, emotional help, and I got it through finding videos like this on YouTube. And so I realized, hey, I can story tell a bit. I have a background in audio engineering, like I could do this. And so I started up my own channel, no expectation for it to do anything, but it went really, really well, along with events in my personal life that led me to losing the job I had, or not really honestly trying that hard at the job I had because of emotional state and stuff like this. I decided, okay, this looks kind of financially viable actually. I'm going to give this a real go and try and make this my livelihood. And so I did that, and as you all know, I worked really, really hard at it. I tried to put out high quality videos once every 2 days. I was grinding really, really hard trying to do that, and I knew at some point that couldn't last forever. Like, it was just an insane amount of work I was doing because of how hard I work at the backgrounds of the videos and trying to make it sound really, really good, trying to make it sound as if you're actually there, sort of thing. And so with all that effort, I eventually sort of burned out, but the main reason I burned out wasn't actually that. It was because around June time, YouTube started doing two things. First off, my views were plummeting because they weren't showing the videos to as many people, which I think is part of the overall being down on my channel they were doing. Because here's the second thing, the more important one, they were demonetizing everything. And I mean, very safe for work, very normal videos. I think what's happened is that the bots of YouTube have confused a channel like mine with a channel that was, very not safe for work. And so they're treating them both the same, demonetizing everything. And I lost a huge portion of my income. And the last 2 months I've been fighting YouTube now about every single video I put up being demonetized, especially the most staggering one. There's one that's literally no romantic mention at all in the entire video, demonetized, but got upheld upon an appeal. There's a video I put up that's 2 minutes of silence that's demonetized. They've completely gone for me. And there's nothing I can actually do about it. The YouTube support do not care. They just want you to stop talking to them. So they send you copy and pasted links to articles you've already read. I quoted, my personal favorite, I quoted the YouTube policies to them, and they sent me links to the YouTube policies. They don't care. So I was faced with the reality that I was going to have to stop doing this. And I've frozen Patreon payments for the last couple of months because I haven't been making content because I've just been too worried about the future of the channel. Now, as those of you who have been following along with the channel recently will have seen, I'm part of a group who are trying to organise a sort of mass protest just to show the higher ups at YouTube, or somewhere higher up, that hey, the current system is screwing over this particular, section of your user base. All the fans, all the people making videos, they're all getting screwed over, and it's not fair, and can you please work with us to solve these issues? At the moment, it's impossible to actually get any human who cares to talk to you, and so we're going to try and do it en masse. But until that, there's no end in sight for that. That could be months, that could be half a year, that could be a year. We have no idea how long it's going to take to actually try to get someone from YouTube to really listen and to work with us to make things better. So for now, I can't trust YouTube to be a part of my income sources, and I have to make a living. So as well as me thinking about it myself, I saw Phasmid ASMR encouraging people to try and build an income source from something like Patreon and have that be your main income source and focus on that community rather than trying to play by YouTube's ridiculous rules, which make no sense and don't treat you as a human at any point. And so this is the reality. The way I save this channel is to focus less on the actual YouTube and to focus more on Patreon. So there's a few things I'm going to be doing in Patreon. First off is to make tiers more affordable so that hopefully more people can enjoy it, more people can be part of the Patreon community. I'm going to work hard on trying to have that be an active community from my point of view of having more community engagement, whether that be things like streams. So streams, for example, as well as the gaming channel, which we currently have, which I'll still use. There'll also be things that aren't game related, like say Disney song brackets or behind the scenes for the creation of these videos, or whatever it is people feel like seeing and are interested in, I'll be able to do. Another really good thing about Patreon is it will allow me to make content for people and not just for algorithms. And what I mean by that is, for me, series have traditionally got really hit hard on views. I've had a lot of videos that are more kind of, I would say, creative or out there that have been enjoyed by the small group of people who watch them, ignored by the algorithm, not pushed out, all that kind of stuff, fine. But videos like that are more creative, a little bit more different, say the Cult Leader series or the Poet series, or even, for a good example, the Skyrim video from way back in the day. The people who watch those really enjoy those, and I'll be able to make more stuff like that and not just be solely worried about the numbers on YouTube. As I say, more actual interaction with me there. Also on streams, I'll be able to commit to stream schedule, hopefully. And then, yeah, I mean, there's just a lot of things that we can do, potentially. A lot of different kind of content ideas that we can explore with more time being devoted to it. All that said, there's something really important I want to say, which is please only support on Patreon if you can absolutely afford to, if the money is not money that you will miss. If you need that money, I don't care how big a fan you are, how much you want to support, whatever else, you're not taking food out your mouth to support me. That's not acceptable, okay? So absolutely only money you can afford to be without. Now, there is a lot of upside to the Patreon stuff. There are some downsides from YouTube's point of view. First off, there will be some videos that, for one reason or another, it'll probably be something like a preview on YouTube. So say if I have a 30-minute video, 15 minutes of it goes on YouTube, the ending is on Patreon, that kind of thing. That'll happen sometimes. There'll still be a lot of full-length videos on YouTube. In general, for all content I make, they're going to be longer videos, but less of them, because the once every 2 days was an impossible grind, frankly, to keep up with any longer. I will also have to stop answering every YouTube comment. To give you an idea, I used to spend weekends only answering YouTube comments, and it became really, really taxing. And you've probably noticed over time, it's been harder and harder for me to do. Responses have become more generic. It's just a pressure on me and my mental health at this point to try and answer every comment. And yeah, it's very difficult, but also it's hard enough for me to try and do it when YouTube was the main focus. I can't do anymore. I really can't. I'm sorry. I don't feel like I can answer every comment with the attention it deserves, and it becomes arbitrary, and yeah, it's just all bad. So I won't be able to do that anymore. You will still be able to interact with me via streams and stuff like that if you would like to. And of course, the Patreon is going to have interaction with me that will not be around on YouTube. And yeah, I just wanted to kind of let everybody know that there is a way to save this channel. I sort of dislike having to ask people to dip into their pockets to support me, but I suppose it's the reality of art. And before YouTube came around, this is the only way art could support itself, right? So, yeah, I need to be able to make a living, and so Patreon's going to become the main focus. That's not to say YouTube's gone entirely, but of course, you know, there's still going to be videos uploaded. It's just a shift of focus, okay? So fewer videos, longer videos, Patreon focus, community focus. That's the plan. I hope people are cool with that. As I say, Phasmid is another person who has kind of shown the way, I suppose. And I think that's how we're pretty much all going to have to do it until YouTube feel like being reasonable to us. Till then, I can't wait. I can't not make a living. So this is the plan. I'll let you all know once the Patreon is fully going and live. I just wanted to let you know. I wanted to let you know that there is a plan and there's a way I'm going to try and save this, because I have to try and find a way to save this. So yeah, with all that being said, I really hope you all have a wonderful day, night, evening, afternoon, whatever. And thanks very much for listening. Take care.